This really does look like some kind of hostage video, doesn't it? God, I can't get this sorted. What you don't know is that it takes me 10 minutes just to get started because I have to wait for this camera to focus. There it is, great. Again, coming to you from the soon-to-be studio. It's going to be plastered in a couple of weeks' time. And I think after that, what I might do is then just show you the process of kitting it out and what I'm going to do with it. It's a very small room, I can't really overemphasize that. It's not ideally suited to video actually, because you want some depth behind you. But I've got a few ideas how to work around that. But yeah, I thought you might just find it interesting to see how I kit out the room, the equipment I use, the colours, the lighting, the soundproofing, all that sort of stuff. So we'll get there. But for episode 4 of my diary series, I thought I'd talk a bit about Medium, which is a bit weird because it's nothing to do with video. So Medium, if you're not familiar with it, is a blogging website. So basically you can set up an account for free as a writer and start writing and start publishing. The great thing about Medium is that where it differs from personal blogs, and by personal blog I mean something like WordPress or Joomla or whatever other a website builder tool you use to create your own blog. The difference between that and Medium is that Medium is a paid for platform for readers. So I think you get about 2 or 3 free reads, but beyond that you have to pay to read more of the site. And it's actually worth it. I've got my own paid reader Medium account as well. I think it's about $50 a year or something. It's not particularly expensive. Although you might think it is expensive actually, in fairness, because generally speaking, content, particularly written content, is free on the web. And what I love about Medium is that it has this admiration for writers, for good writing, and it rewards that by paying you for your writing. And it does that if the writing is interesting enough to draw in an audience that keeps reading it and stays on their website for longer. I'm probably not giving the best sales pitch for Medium here at all, but basically it's a platform that you can write on, that you can publish, and people can read your stuff, and if they like it enough, you get paid for it, which is cool. I've earned money on Medium before. That was about 2 or 3 years ago when I wrote a blog post about using an iPad as a full-time laptop for a while. To be honest, I didn't even realise I'd made any money on it until about 6 months later when I checked the account. And it was $10. It wasn't much at all, but for some reason that post seemed to resonate with people. And it was just it was actually for a client. It was a bit of a linking strategy linked out from the post to their website. But yeah, it was nothing special really, but people seemed to like it. And I kind of forgot about that. And then when I decided to start this channel and start the Mark Ellis Reviews brand, I decided to get back into Medium. So I thought it'd be interesting to explain how this works first in my strategy. So Medium is, because it's not my own, I don't own Medium, I can only publish on Medium. For me, it's just a channel to get my content out there and potentially get paid for it. I actually publish the same blogs on my own website, which I've just finished actually. The website for Mark Ellis Reviews is now live. If you want to check it out, I'll put a link in the description. But I basically put the exact same content on my blog as I do on Medium. Now, that may immediately spark fears about duplicate content and that being an issue for Google. It's not. The great thing about Medium is that they allow you to indicate that the blog has already been published elsewhere. So obviously I want my blog to get all the SEO goodness and be liked by Google for being the original source of that material. So you can basically tell Medium, look, this is where it was originally published. There's a technical term for this, which I think is pronounced canonical. It's basically a link that tells Google that this was the original source of the blog. And again, and going back to what I was saying a couple of episodes ago about creating multiple forms of content from one piece of content, it's a brilliant way of doing it. You put your blog on your own blog and then you publish the same blog on Medium and just indicate that it came from your site originally. Brilliant. And what I love about Medium, again, I keep saying that, but it's true, is that it has a very established and passionate reader base. And it's made up of all sorts of people, I mean, obviously I'm writing about productivity and how to make money from writing and starting your own business, all that stuff. But there's all sorts of things on there. Literally anything you are interested in, you'll probably find someone or several people writing about it on Medium. So I love the fact that there's an audience there for pretty much whatever you want to write about. And just recently I've been digging into Medium Facebook groups and interacting with those people on there. And that's turned out to be a great way to get people to like the stuff that I'm writing on Medium, comment on it, clap it. There's this clap thing that people can do. You don't get paid for claps. I think you used to, but they've changed it. But anyway, it's a nice thumbs up for your content. However, what happened recently was that I actually made money for the first time on Medium for the Mark Ellis Reviews brand. And yeah, it was quite a momentous moment, really. The sum total of what I made was... yeah, 3 cents. In fact, it's a bit more than 3 cents now. I think it's gone up to about 15. But the amount is irrelevant. It's totally irrelevant. That's part of the reason I thought I'd quickly record this message. And I've also written about this actually on Medium. Again, I'll link to that in the description. Those 3 cents, you know, I may as well not have it. The reason it's so exciting in a way is that it's the first bite of the apple. It's the first indication that people really are interested in what you have to say. The moral of the story is that if you love writing, I really recommend getting on Medium and do what I do. Have your own blog. That's really important. Have your own blog that you own and that you control, because there's no saying that Medium will be here in 3 years' time or in a year's time. It may disappear and you don't have all your eggs in that one basket. But start your own blog, but make sure you post the same posts on Medium and do a bit of community stuff as well, like I'm doing. So get involved in Facebook groups, like other people's posts, comment on other people's posts. I freely admit, for the first 2 or 3 posts that I put on Medium for Mark Ellis Reviews, I paid for some Facebook ads just to see what happened, really get the numbers up and see if people liked it. And the read ratio was pretty good. So I think for the first post that I boosted on Facebook, it kind of went up. I think the read ratio was about 76%, which is pretty good. But yeah, just go for it. Try out Medium if you enjoy writing. There's just no reason not to, really, if you've got the time to invest in it. And if you do suddenly find that you earn a few cents from it, don't be discouraged by the fact it's only a few cents. It's a bite. It's the first foot in the door to making money from writing. And I'll end on this because it genuinely irritates me, which is the sheer number of get-rich-quick online videos and blogs and things that you see. You'll find that if you start getting into this stuff, in terms of trying to make money online and all that kind of thing, you'll be followed around the internet with, you know, YouTube videos and suggested articles and things, all of which are titled things like "How I Made My First $400,000 in the First 30 Minutes of Operating on My Own." It's all rubbish. Okay, some of it might be true, but those people are lucky or very, very well connected. The vast majority of people who make money like I do by doing stuff digitally, you know, whether it be words or video or audio, whatever it is, make a comfortable living. I make a nice living. I will not, you know, there's no getting away from the fact that I earn a nice living and it works perfectly for me, but I'm not a millionaire. So as long as you get that out of your head, and you instead just enjoy the process of writing or recording videos, platforms like Medium and YouTube obviously are just brilliant. Just go for it. I've rambled on for ages now, so I'm going to stop. I'm hoping the next video, it probably will be in here actually, because it will still be next week before the plastering has been done. But I think for the next video I'm going to talk a little bit about the kit that I'm using for these diary things that I'm doing, because it's quite interesting, and I think if you're a bit of a gearhead like me, or if you're just interested to see how this kind of stuff is done, it'd be worth 10 minutes of your time. Anyway, thank you for watching. Remember, please subscribe, hit that little bell thing, which just press the bell. You'll get told when I upload a new video. And if you have already subscribed, numbers are growing slowly. Really appreciate it, and I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers.